All right, it is Christmas Eve and celebrations are getting underway in the Holy Land. Pilgrims from around the world gathering in Bethlehem despite a recent wave of violence. John Huddy is reporting live for us from Jerusalem. John, so what is the mood like in Jerusalem and Bethlehem today?
Well, as you mentioned, there is the ongoing violence, so there is tension because of that, and of course the political situation between the Palestinians and Israelis. But that said, Manger Square celebrations, festivities continued as usual. There were bands earlier today. Of course, you have the 50-foot tall Christmas tree outside the Church of the Nativity, and actually my mom is in town this year. It was her first time in Manger Square, so she basically got to check that off her bucket list, and we went into the Church of the Nativity, of course, Jesus' birthplace. Probably the busiest time of year we could have picked to go in there. That said, despite the festivities, things have been scaled back in Bethlehem, Abby, because of the ongoing violence. The decorations are really limited to Manger Square. Usually they'd be out all over the street. Well, that's not the case this year because, as I said, and as you mentioned, the ongoing violence and political tension, Abby.
And because today is Christmas Eve, as you're saying, a lot of people are out on the streets. Has there been more violence today specifically?
Well, there has been, specifically in the West Bank. There were several attacks, 3 attacks earlier today there. Stabbings, there was 1 vehicle attack plowing into Israeli border police. And then yesterday, of course, there were stabbing attacks here in Jerusalem. 2 Israelis were killed, and then Israeli security forces shot and killed their Palestinian attackers. And that happened at Jaffa Gate, what's called Jaffa Gate in the Old City. Very busy tourist area here in Jerusalem. And as far as the political tension goes, Abby, I should mention this and highlight it. This is the first year in more than 10 years, possibly even 15, according to one of our engineers, that Palestinian officials denied our crew permits to get across the border into the West Bank and Bethlehem. And that really, as I said, that's an example of the ongoing political tension between the Israelis and Palestinians. Nonetheless, though, people from all over the world continue to come here to Jerusalem and Bethlehem to celebrate, to enjoy the festivities, including, as I said, my mom, who just thought it was absolutely cool being there.
Including your mom. Well, John Huddy, have a Merry Christmas with your mother. Live in Jerusalem. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Have you been